important now than ever before for all ethnic nationalities of the former Biafra region, if not all regions of Nigeria seeking freedom from the Fulani Caliphate, to unite for the sole purpose of materializing that which they all desire, freedom from the oppression of the unfair 1999 constitution imposed on Nigerians without a collective consent. It is so important now because the country is fast spiraling into war and possibly becoming eternally enslaved by the Fulani Cabal, who believe that Nigeria is a land that was gifted to them by God. So any proclaimed pro-freedom group that resists the call for unity among all for freedom groups is a sabotage to the freedom of all. And this is due to the fact that no one group can achieve freedom all on their own. The Ipob organization, led by the fearless Nnamdi Kanu, has championed the fight for freedom for about 9 years and have achieved the result of fully sensitizing the Nigeria people of the massive socio-political and economic inequalities meted out to the people of South and Southeast region of Nigeria. The organization now seems to be morphing into something that is very disturbing and a call for concern as reports of violence and abuse of human rights within the organization is beginning to surface. These reports of human rights violation within Ipob seriously beg the question why an organization that claims to be fighting for the freedom of its people has become mad by the same injustice it claims to be fighting against. The truth is that by the year 2015, Ipob had reached its individual capacity of what it could achieve on its own. However, due to pride and personal aggrandizement, the leadership is adamantly opposed to humbling themselves and working with others who have solutions. By the time Nnamdi Kanu was in jail and Ipob seemed incapacitated and could not find any way forward, rather than unite with other groups, they filled their time by peddling propaganda and conspiracies. There were calls for them to unite with other pro-Biafra groups to continue the fight, but the organization labeled anyone that made such suggestion a saboteur of the struggle, not knowing that they themselves, Ipob, have become the saboteur by refusing to work together with their people for a common purpose. Ipob is now a saboteur to the freedom of the Nigeria ethnic nationalities because instead of uniting with groups that have a path of freedom, they have become nuisance by pushing constant attacks against those doing something concrete towards achieving freedom. Since then, Ipob have continued to disintegrate and lose membership of people who genuinely want freedom, as they notice that Ipob organization is not the freedom fighter it claims to be. The problem with Ipob organization is that it has become a cult that worship one man, Nnamdi Kanu. You will hear the members say, think like only Nnamdi Kanu will know. If it is not Ipob under Nnamdi Kanu, it is nothing. Every freedom fighter must come under Nnamdi Kanu, and without question, they condone anyone that Kanu instructs them to condemn. Okay, they condemn, yeah. Is it Nnamdi Kanu that you want, or is it Biafra freedom that you want? One of the best American presidents, Barack Obama, said that the problem with Africa is that they build strong men instead of strong institutions. And building strong men while neglecting process and institutions is exactly the bane of the lack of progress and developments in the third world countries like Nigeria today. A strong man will die or leave you one day, but strong process and strong institutions will open generations and make a country strong. The Ipob organization has obviously fallen into that hole of building a strong man in the name of Nnamdi Kanu instead of fighting for freedom regardless of who is the leader. And because of that, the group had reached its maximum effect. They can no longer contribute anything positive to furthering our collective good because they are only working to please one man, their cult leader, Kanu. Therefore, we must move on and away from them unless Kanu repents and embraces democratic principles that guides true freedom. However, it appears that Ipob organization is running its final course. On 1st of March 2021, during its radio broadcast, their leader Nnamdi Kanu authoritatively fired all his United Kingdom subordinate leaders on air, calling them all idiots and incompetent. He also, in the same broadcast, urged all members of the organization to destroy their phones and go underground to run away from the Nigeria government. Meanwhile, as the Ipob is apparently losing its luster, there is something promising to looking forward to. The hope is the rising of Biafra nation, led by progressive people who left the Ipob organization. This select group of people were courageous enough to tell Nnamdi Kanu the truth of his bad ways, which led to their expulsion from Ipob. Some of them resigned on their own due to the lack of integrity of Ipob leadership hierarchy. Biafra Nation group leaders are tested and proven. They understand what true leadership means, as well as understand the need for inclusion and liberalism, not tyranny and authoritarianism, characteristics of Kanu's Ipob, needed in pursuit of freedom from the Fulani cabal, without which there can be no freedom. Biafra Nations Group word is unity among the ethnic nationalities. The group's operative principle is based upon human fundamental rights and freedom. They boldly condemn the acts of violence, peddling of lies and conspiracies in freedom fighting, saying that such will not bring a nation that we all desire. Biafra Nation have a radio and a Facebook platform profiled as Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio, where several members of their interim leadership present teaching programs almost daily in an effort to heal the damaged minds of Biafrans that were misled by Ipob organizations, propaganda and conspiracies. They also broadcast on the ways forward to achieve freedom. They have already succeeded in uniting with many of the existing pro-freedom groups and continues to work to further synergize the quest for freedom among all stakeholders. The group leadership encourages and calls on all lovers of freedom in Nigeria, regardless of tribe, to join them in unity of purpose to get the freedom that is so desperately needed from Nigeria. Wow. This article is coming from IG Onuigbo. He's a U.S. Army veteran, human rights activist, and a humanitarian. Okay. Everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. And I believe that as things are going forward, as these things are moving on, it cannot be sweet. You know, when you talk about freedom fighting, you know, you cannot just be sweet. You will have ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, ups and down. I think everybody should be able to take what they can take from this whole thing. And when you are an insider or you are an outsider, it's always difficult. When people who are inside, they will be able to say this. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that let there be freedom. Let people do the right thing. You cannot, even if you have even with Jesus, can we say that Jesus was not a perfect man? He was a perfect man, and yet we had somebody called Judas. Like they always say, in every 12 there must always there must be a Judas. So no matter what, even God himself, God is all-knowing. God is a perfect God. But see what is happening. Can we now say all the things that are happening, God in the old world now, that God does not have a an understanding of what has happened? The Bible says that God himself, he regretted creating the whole world. That the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Even God himself regretted creating human being. So not to talk of what we are. Definitely, even in a family, there must be some people that will tell you that no, this is not it. Oh, I want to go this way, I want to go the other way. But as you continue to fall, as you continue to rise, but in as much that at the end of the day, you know what you are getting, you know what you are gaining. And I'm sure since they have started this struggle, Nnamdi Kanu must have learned one or two things. But at the end of the day, what is more important? Because they will be falling, some people will be falling by the wayside. And if the mission is to get what they want, at the end of the day, they should not derail. That's just what I have to say. As we speak now, a lot of things are going on left, right, and center. People begin to question their loyalty or their belief, not even loyalty, their belief in some things. And as the day goes by, you begin to have a rethink and begin to have a change of heart, and you begin to strategize or re-strategize as the case may be. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning this article. Leave your comments down below and let's know your thoughts on this.